Hey guys, it is the beginning of October, which means we are starting a ton of seeds. So I thought I'd take you guys along with me to start some seeds, and I think Rhaenyra would love to join us as well today, right? Stop. So today we're using this 128 cell tray from Greenhouse Megastore, and all 128 means is that there's 128 cells in this flat. It's a really great size. We can plant these directly into the garden or in containers, and then we can bump these up if we want bigger plants. We can use this and bump them up into 4-inch pots or even 1-gallon containers. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna cut the edges off so that they fit in this tray. That is one caveat, is you do have to trim them so that they fit flat. They will fit on top of the tray, but if you want them to fit flat at the bottom of the tray, you do have to cut off the edges. So we cut off the edges here on this tray, and we filled it up with a black gold seed starting mix. And it fits beautifully in here. So we're going to sow our seeds, and then we can put a humidity dome on top so that these germinate nice and good. So today we're planting a bee balm. This is a Monarda, and we get most of our seeds from Johnny's. That has great directions on the back of it. So if you ever are in need of directions, just look at the seed packet from Johnny's, or even on their website, it has great information. This says, sow, barely cover seeds. So we're just gonna sprinkle a few in each cell, and then we're gonna lightly cover it with more potting mix. And I'll thin these out later. If we oversow them, that's okay. With bee balm, it's not like too crazy that we have to thin them out like a lot. Some varieties, like you want to thin them out pretty well, but these, not necessarily. I love this flower. It's a annual here, so we plant it in the fall, and it typically blooms around like late April to like Mother's Day. I always used it for Mother's Day bouquets. It's a lovely like citrusy addition to any like arrangement, any bouquet. And it's beautiful. It always reminds me of back in Michigan. We used to plant, I grew up in Michigan, we planted bee balm, like the perennial bee balm. And it always reminds me that we can't grow the perennial bee balm here because it's just way too hot. So I always grow the annual one because it's such a pretty flower and always reminds me of my childhood home. So we're going by pretty fast. I'm honestly putting like 3 seeds in each one. Towards the center, you want to make sure that you do it towards the center of the plant. It's important to do that so that when you pull out the plant, you're not ripping the sides of the root ball when you do that. So we're gonna go grab some more potting soil, and then we're gonna sprinkle, seed starting soil, and then we're gonna sprinkle it on top, and I'll show you guys our grow room. There's a lot going on up there, and we're gonna go thin out more seedlings up there. This is the seed starting mix we use. It's just a black gold seed starting mix that you could grab on Amazon, but all we're doing is just sprinkling. When it says lightly cover, we're literally just sprinkling some soil on top. We're not putting a lot, just a little bit just to cover the seed basically. What this typically means is that they still need light to germinate, so we don't want to bury these seeds too much. We just want to make sure that they're nice and settled, they're going to retain moisture, and that these seeds are going to germinate. We're upstairs in our grow room. We watered in our plants. We gave it a good label. And so now it's time to put it underneath the grow lights. These are Mars Hydro grow lights. They've been really good for us, and they have a really strong light and make these seedlings grow really well. So we're going to put them under the light. We put a humidity dome on top of the tray until they germinate. And this will stay on here for like 2 or 3 weeks. And then once they germinate, we will take it off and they will grow out to be beautiful seedlings. Look who joined us on our little grow room tour. Hi. We have some status. This is an apricot status. This is super pretty. It's a great dried flower, really great, gorgeous in bouquets. This is Crispedia, really pretty like drumstick flower. It looks like grass when you grow it, but it makes these really pretty flowers. So I'm super excited. This is the Monarda we just sowed. We have snapdragons, lots of snapdragons. These are the Chantilly salmon snapdragons. We have lavender snapdragons. Oh, Chantilly pink. This is Chantilly pink. We have geraniums. These are geranium cuttings we took. These are going to do it lovely. They smell amazing. We do have some coleus, lots of coleus left over from the fall. Some begonias that need to go outside. We have heliotrope. We started this from seed. We actually need to transplant these heliotropes. These smell amazing as well. More status. I believe this is apricot as well. Dwarf snapdragons, Tweeny peach. This is the first time we're growing this particular variety, so I'm excited about that. Stock, I need to sow more stock seeds as well. Amobium, it's kind of like a cross between status and straw flowers. It's really pretty, but we need to get in here and actually thin out a lot of these seedlings. There's way too many in each cell. So what we're gonna do when we thin them out is we're gonna pick one seedling in each one. So we're gonna pick the strongest one and we're just gonna cut out the other ones. This will help develop a great root system for the one plant and have nice, happier, and healthy plants. More snapdragons. This is the Tweeny peach. Coleus, Chantilly salmon snapdragons, and Chantilly salmon, all Chantilly salmon. And then we have another whole bench of just the Tweeny peach. This is the dwarf double snapdragon. I am so excited to see these bloom. So we had some Rudbeckia seedlings in our flower fridge. Basically, we wanted to give them a nice cold period to get started, really break down the outer coating of the seed and help them get established. So we actually sowed the flat and we put the flat in the fridge. We're gonna grab this flat. We wrapped it in saran wrap. It's been in here for about 3 weeks. And I did this last year and the seedling germination rate was amazing. So I'm so excited to try this again. This is the Irish Eyes Rudbeckia. It has a really green center. I love Rudbeckias. They typically bloom for us in early summer. So I think having this like more spring type flower will be really pretty in our container garden. But we're just gonna take this off and we're gonna throw it up. Take off the saran wrap and we're gonna throw it upstairs and put a humidity dome over it and wait for them to germinate. When I run out of room in the grow room, I typically move things like coleus that can handle a little bit more shade on the outside. So I'll put them like on the outside of a rack. And then I'll put seedlings down here that need a little bit more light without breaking them. But anyways, thanks for watching, you guys. Thanks for watching our seedling tour, and I hope to see you in the next video.